Hello everyone, welcome back to Drishti CUET. Today we are diving into India's economic history, exploring how the economy transformed from the time of British colonization to the eve of independence. Let's start with the colonial impact. Imagine India as a garden, rich and flourishing on its own. But when the British came in the 19th century, they started using this garden primarily to grow their own groceries, leaving the garden less cared for. For nearly 200 years, India was treated mainly as a supplier of raw materials to fuel Britain's industrial revolution. This relationship was not only one-sided but deeply exploitative, shaping an economy that served foreign interests more than its own people. Now let's know about the agricultural setbacks. Imagine working tirelessly on a farm only to have your hard-earned produce benefit someone else's empire. That was the reality for Indian farmers under British rule. Despite agriculture supporting the over 85% of Indian population, it faced significant neglect. Under systems like the zamindari, local farmers were squeezed to pay high rents to landlords who were more interested in collecting rents than in the welfare of the land or its cultivators. Technologies were outdated, irrigation was scarce, and high-value cash crops were promoted over food grains, making the rich richer and leaving the common farmer in distress. Britishers also stifled industrial growth. Did you know that India was once dubbed the jewel in the crown of the British Empire? Here's why. Imagine India, once a thriving hub of diverse industries ranging from textiles to precious metals. Prior to British rule, India was a globally recognized player in the textile industry, particularly famous for its high-quality silk and cotton fabrics. Towns like Dhaka were celebrated for their fine muslin, a fabric so exquisite that it was considered worthy of royalty. However, the advent of British rule marked the beginning of a strategic and systematic industrialization to favor British economic interests. During this time, infrastructure paradox also emerged. Railroads could be the veins of a nation's economy, but whose blood was really flowing through India's veins? The British did introduce significant infrastructural developments like railways, roads, and ports, which were often touted as benefits of British governance. However, the primary motive was to extract resources more efficiently and maintain control over the vast Indian territory. The railways, for instance, helped move raw materials like cotton and jute to ports for shipment to Britain and brought British goods into the heart of India, undermining local producers but benefiting British manufacturers. By the time India reached independence in 1947, the economy was ready for a massive overhaul. The need was to redirect the focus from serving an empire to nurturing a nation. Independence brought new challenges but also the freedom to shape a future that catered to the needs of its peoples first. Now, here's a question for you. Which town was famous for its fine muslin fabric during pre-independence times? Surat, Dhaka, Madurai, or Banaras? Share your answer in the comment section. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such videos.